corded T-Outliner we finally have back in stock. We've been waiting for this one for about 2 months. For some reason, even though cordless machines are so popular right now, it's hard for us to get corded machines. Not that we're selling a lot of corded machines, but this one is a classic. There's always going to be a demand, I think, for this corded T-Outliner. Out of the box, I've found that they often don't cut as well as they should. So, all of the ones that we sell, we make this little adjustment to them before we sell them. If you find that your corded T-Outliner isn't running as strong as you'd like it to, this is how you'll adjust it. Now they come with this little blade cover, which is kind of nice. That's just on the most recent shipment. You get that protective blade cover, which is brilliant because these are sensitive little fragile blades. Anybody who's worked with this machine will, there we go, right off the bat, running what seems to be nice and strong, but if I just put a little pressure on that blade, stops right away. And that's not much pressure. You imagine that you're going through a little bit of bulk there, that's just not going to cut smooth. So, the trick, take the cover off. Oh, unplug your machine. I've been reminded of that step or failure to remember that step a couple times in the past, and the reminder is unpleasant, I have to say. Take these two little screws out here and you'll see that you've got a tension spring here that's pushing down on your cutting blade, creating pressure between your cutting blade and your stationary blade. This spring is so tight, pushed all the way down to the bottom of the blade, that it's not allowing the blade to run as fast and free as it should. So the first thing I'm going to do is loosen these two screws on the back. I'm going to push the blade all the way down so it's seated right at the bottom. It's actually pretty much seated at the bottom as it is. And then I'm going to release some tension on this spring by turning counterclockwise, loosening. I'm going to make sure there's still tension there, still good tension. I want to move this spring, this little white plastic piece, up to the top of that blade, but I still want there to be tension. Right there I'm comfortable. I'd like it a little higher, but in this case I'm going to go with this. Still good tension there, I can feel. I'm just going to put the cover on temporarily, plug the machine back in. It's running. I can already feel it's running quite a bit stronger, and now it's much tougher for me to slow down that blade. And with a drop of oil, that's running much stronger. So, again, unplug and then reverse the procedure. Put your screws back in. And sometimes, once you've put the lid back on, tightened up your screws, and you plug it back in, because you've lifted up the pressure on that blade, sometimes your assembly bumps up against the bottom of your cover. So you'll want to just plug it back in again, turn it on, but that's nice. It's not bumping up. It'll make a rattling noise if it bumps up against your cover. So, oh, so much stronger. That's going to go through the bulk a lot easier now.